Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings vintage Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft in their all black livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Jet Collectors and their website address is www.jetcollector.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular vintage aircraft model, please allow me to share you some information about the history of Air New Zealand and how they actually came about. Air New Zealand is a New Zealand-based airline that was established as TEAL, better known as Tasman Empire Airways Limited, on April 26, 1940. Then in 1953, the Australian government purchased 50% of Tasman Empire Airways Limited, TEAL, while the remaining 50% was acquired by the New Zealand government. Then fast forward to 1961. That's when the New Zealand government purchased the Australian government's half share of the airline, and eventually Tasman Empire Airways Limited, TEAL, was renamed on April 1st, 1965 to what has become known to the world today as Air New Zealand. Air New Zealand is the national flag carrier airline for the country of New Zealand, whereas the corporate headquarters of Air New Zealand is located in a building called the Hub, which is located approximately 12 miles from Auckland International Airport in the reclamation area in central Auckland, New Zealand, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Auckland International Airport, which is located approximately 13 miles south of the Auckland city center near Mangaree, a residential suburb located in the southern part of Auckland, New Zealand. Air New Zealand also has operational hubs located at Wellington International Airport located in Wellington, New Zealand, and Christchurch International Airport located in Christchurch, New Zealand. And Air New Zealand's Focus City hub is located at Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport located in Sydney, Australia. As of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Air New Zealand currently flies to 50 destinations in 18 countries and territories across Asia, North America, and Oceania, with an operating fleet of 104 aircraft that doesn't include this particular aircraft, as this aircraft is no longer operating in the Air New Zealand fleet as of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting. However, Air New Zealand does have 7 of the Boeing 777-300ERs that still operates in their fleet, with no unfulfilled orders pending on neither aircraft types. Also, as of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Air New Zealand is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Air New Zealand for this particular aircraft was 19. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here, and what you're looking at at the top is the aircraft type, the airline's corporate logo, the Air New Zealand billboard title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the Boeing official license product decal, as well as the Boeing official license product decal information, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information you see at the front of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the firm leaf on the left, and then you see the corporate logo at the top, and then the Air New Zealand title, then the width and the lift of the aircraft model you see there, the aircraft type, the specification concerning this aircraft type, as well as the warning information you see at the back of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, the firm leaf logo, the airline's corporate logo, the Air New Zealand title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft. That's a different aircraft model. I passed on that one, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information you see at the top of the box, as well as the item number. Alright, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much the same information at the top of the box with the exception of the aircraft model. The previous one I showed you, the top of it had a white radon nose cone, but this one has an all black radon nose cone. That's the one I'm going to do the review on. Alright. Alright, now you're looking at the nice looking metal model stand that actually came with the model, and then at the bottom of the model stand you see the airline's logo, the Air New Zealand title, the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information you see at the bottom of the model stand. And then you come up here, you see this black pattern here, everyone? The sole purpose of that black pattern is that pad actually protects your model as well as prevent it from being damaged or scratched when you decide you want to put your aircraft model on this particular model stand, okay? Alright, now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you actually see inside this plastic bag are the actual gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. That also features the two little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. Alright. Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Air New Zealand and how they actually came about, plus all the details here at the front of the box, as well as the specification concerning this particular aircraft at the back of the box, plus the model stand, as well as the plastic bag that features the gear replacement doors and the two toothpicks for the gear replacement doors. With no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The JC Wings Vintage Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER Extended Range Jetliner aircraft in their all-black livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share you some information about the Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER Extended Range Jetliner aircraft and how it became a part of their fleet. Air New Zealand became one of 85 airline operators in the world of aviation that acquired this iconic state-of-the-art jetliner aircraft on October 27, 2005, as Air New Zealand took delivery of its first of 8 Boeing 777-200ERs, which bear the registration ship number ZK-OKA, and received their 8th and final Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft, which bear the registration ship number ZK-OKH, which happened to be this aircraft you're looking at here, on January 16, 2007, as Air New Zealand at one time previously registered and operated as many as 8 of these iconic jetliners in their fleet. And now, as of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, this particular aircraft per se is no longer operating in the Air New Zealand fleet, as Air New Zealand previously announced on August 26, 2021 that it would officially retire this particular aircraft from its fleet with immediate effect, after these particular aircraft were eventually sent into long-term storage in 2020 following the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, as the Boeing 777-200ER was one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Auckland-based carrier, along with their Boeing 777-300ERs, as well as their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners. The Boeing 777-200ER, along with the Boeing 777-300ER, officially became the aircraft variants that eventually replaced the carrier's fleet of Boeing 747-400s that Air New Zealand officially retired on September 12, 2014, as this aircraft was previously utilized mostly on their regional as well as their series of long-haul international routes, as this aircraft has since been replaced with their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, as well as their forthcoming next generation Boeing 787-10s, which are scheduled to enter the Air New Zealand fleet sometime in 2024. Alright, allow me to share you some information about the all-black livery scheme you see on this aircraft. This is Air New Zealand's current specialized livery scheme, which is actually called the all-black livery scheme, which eventually replaced the all-blacks livery scheme when one of Air New Zealand's Boeing 777-300ER extended range jetliner aircraft, which bear the registration ship number ZK-OKH, was eventually repainted in June 2016 and re-entered service in this specialized livery scheme the following month in July 2016, while at the same time disassociating all liveries that was affiliated with the All Blacks rugby team, but continues to act as a major sponsor, as this particular aircraft, the Boeing 777-200ER, which bear the registration ship number ZK-OKH, was the only Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft, as well as one of the 7 aircraft in Air New Zealand's fleet that was actually repainted in this prestigious specialized all-black livery scheme. whereas the other 5 of the 7 aircraft that were also repainted in this prestigious specialized all-black livery scheme were the Airbus A320, which bears the registration ship number ZK-OAB, ATR 72-600, which bears the registration ship number ZK-MVA, which is operated by Air New Zealand Link subsidiary Mount Cook Airlines, a Bombardier AQ300, which bears the registration ship number ZK-MEM, an Airbus A321neo new engine option aircraft, which bears the registration ship number ZK-NNA, and a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number ZK-NZE, were also painted in this prestigious specialized all-black livery scheme as well. Now, so much as for all the information about this aircraft in the specialized livery scheme right here. With no further ado, everyone, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft where you see the front nose landing gears right here, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on that nose gear door, KH. See the pitot tubes, you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, as well as the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. But more importantly, the decal that sits between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door is the Star Alliance decal, which is this decal you're looking at here. And Air New Zealand joined the Star Alliance on May 3rd, 1999, which consists of 26 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And this alliance includes Air Canada, Lufthansa, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System, Thai Airways International, and United Airlines as the 5 founding members. And then you see the Air New Zealand billboard title displays here, the front part of the fuselage you see there. Alright, now you're looking at the middle of the aircraft, and right underneath the wings, you're looking at the outer triple landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, as you see there, which features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. And then you move up here, these big massive engines here with the engine cone. And these are the Rolls-Royce Trent 892 turbofan type engines that were used on this particular Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft. Now we're going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to actually find out if the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out and find out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, where you see the engine strikes/air deflectors there as well. Now, do the fan blades spin? Yes. And then there's the inboard landing light you see right there, as well as the front vision view of the outer triple landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft, which features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard/right side of the aircraft, featuring the airstrike/air deflectors you see there as well. Now, do the fan blade spin on this engine here? Yes, it does. Awesome. And then there's the inboard landing light right there on the edge of the wing, as well as the front vision view of the outer triple landing bogey gears you see here, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors as well. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the radome nose cone, the front nose gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the front nose landing gear doors, the nose gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Okay. Alright, now you're looking at the edge of the wingtip here on the side of the aircraft, the port side that is, and then there's the red navigation light you see there, as well as the strobe light sits right there as well. Now, you want to know the difference between a 200ER and a 200LR aircraft variant? Simple. The 200LR variant has the wingtips. The 200ER version, which this aircraft happens to be, does not. That's the big difference, okay? Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you see is the firm leaf logo, which is this little long leaf logo right here. And then, more importantly, right beside that firm leaf logo is the actual registration ship number, ZK-OKH, which is used This is registration ship number right here. Registration ship number ZK-OKH. This particular aircraft was the 8th as well as the very last Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft that actually entered the Air New Zealand fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 4, 2007 and was delivered to Air New Zealand on January 16, 2007. This aircraft was also the only Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft, as well as the very last aircraft in the Air New Zealand's fleet that was actually painted in this prestigious, specialized all-black livery scheme, and operated in the Air New Zealand fleet for 13 years until it was eventually withdrawn from service on March 29, 2020. Then this aircraft was ferried to the Southern California Logistics Airport Storage Facility, which is located in Victorville, California on September 16, 2020. Where this particular aircraft currently remains stored up as of May 2022 or at the time of this video review hosting. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you're looking at is the black painted tail fin of the aircraft, and what's on that tail fin is the Air New Zealand logo, which is displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft you see right here. This is actually the corporate logo of Air New Zealand, which is actually called Amari Kuru, which is actually a firm plant that signifies new life, growth, strength, peace, and renewal. And then you see the APU housing hole right here. Here's a hole right there, as well as the strobe light you see there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is. The vintage Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft in their all black livery scheme from the rear view angle. Awesome. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side. We're going to start at the front as usual. See the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door, KH, the Peter tubes, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the Star Alliance decal, the Air New Zealand billboard title, as well as the front cargo container loading door. And then there's the inboard landing light you see there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft, and right underneath the wings you're looking at the Rolls-Royce Trent 892 turbofan type engines you see here, as well as the engine cone, very detailed there as well as the side visual view of the outer triple landing bogey gears you see on this aircraft. It includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the edge of the wingtip here on the side of this side of the aircraft, the starboard side, where you see the green navigation light you see displayed there as well. And then there's the strobe light sitting on the end of the wingtip as well. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, and what you see is the rear cargo container loading door, the AFT boat bin door, the firm leaf logo you see there, the registration ship number, as well as the airline's corporate logo you see displayed on this black tail fin of the aircraft. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail in its entirety, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. So here we go. Let's check them out. Rolls pretty good. So far, so good. Smooth. A little rough around the edges, but it still rolls pretty decent. And the model tilts, as you can see there. And the front nose landing gear swivels as well. You see there, there, and there. So, with all that being said, let's check out this aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view, where we're going to start at the front of the aircraft as usual. You see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. Then you slide up this way, looking at the top of the aircraft, you see the anti-collision beacon light, the satellite communications antenna. And then you see the Air New Zealand billboard titles on both sides, a high frequency antenna, the ADF antenna in 3D, the Wi-Fi box antenna, a couple more high frequency antenna, the firm leaf logo on both sides, the vertical stabilizer on this aircraft known as the tail fin, as well as the horizontal stabilizer features a pair of illuminator lights on this side, as well as a pair of illuminator lights on this side as well. Those pair of illuminator lights are actually called illuminator lights, as I mentioned, and the sole purpose of these illuminator lights that it actually light up this tail here when it used to fly during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings. Now you're looking at the engines there. Now you're looking at the top of the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the no step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the wing tip, featuring a strobe light on the edge of this wing on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out over here. Now you're looking at the engines there, as well as the top of the wings. No wing walkway, but you do got the no step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the wingtip, featuring a strobe light that sits on the edge of this wingtip as well. Alright, now looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail. We're going to start at the front here as well. You see the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the front nose landing gear door, as well as the front nose landing gear. And then we'll slide up this way. See the anti-collision beacon light right there, the hole where the stand goes in at. A couple high frequency antennas, as well as the APU housing doors and the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Alright, now let's check out the gears right here. Tilt pretty good. You see the engines right there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the wingtip, featuring the strobe light that sits on the edge of the wingtip. Now let's check out over here. See the gears right here, tilt pretty good. The engines are on point there, as well as the bottom of the wings, which includes the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the wingtip, featuring the strobe light sits on the edge of the wingtip as well. Alright, since I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view, as well as the undercarriage belly view in its entirety in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand over there that I showed you earlier. See there, right there. And with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, finally got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model being displayed on the stand. Now I'm going to let this model rotate in a clockwise rotation. Starting with the port side. Watch it revolve, please. Now you're looking at the tail cam angle. Now you're looking at the starboard side of the aircraft. The front of the aircraft. And back to the port side of the aircraft. Alright, before I take this model off the stand, I got it at this angle for a reason. And the reason is the magnetic gears that actually came with this model. So I'm going to go ahead and take them all off, starting with the front nose gears. Let's see what I'm talking about. Here we go. That's magnetic. The outer landing bogey gears here on the port side, they magnetic as well as the outer bogey gears on the starboard side. They magnetic as well. So since I got all the gears off this model, I'll let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode / gears up position without the gears. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this model in flight mode / gears up position without the gears. displayed on the model stand. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you want to continue to display it like that without the gears and the gears up position with the model stand, that's fine. See these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag here, featuring the two little toothpicks. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, so you can substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can do like I do, just keep the gears on there, gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, the seating configuration. The Air New Zealand Boeing 777-200ER extended range jetliner aircraft seated 312 passengers in a 4-class configured cabin layout. Alright everyone, here's the breakdown everyone, from rows 1 to 7, which will be from here to right here. You had 26 business premier class seats, rows 23 through 27, which will be from here to about right here. You have 40 premium economy space seats, rows 36 to 44, which will be about from here to about right here. You have 54 economy sky couch seats. That's from the port side as well as the starboard side of the aircraft. And rows 35 to 61, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You had an additional 192 economy class seats, which brings the total 312 seats. And finally, from 2005 up until 2020, Air New Zealand previously utilized their Boeing 777-200ERs on routes across 5 inhabited continents, from the airline's hub in Auckland, New Zealand, to worldwide destinations such as Adelaide, Australia, Apia, Samoa, Brisbane, Australia, Christchurch, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Houston Bush Intercontinental, London Heathrow via Los Angeles, California, Melbourne, Australia, Nadi, Fiji, Perth, Australia, Railroad, Tonga, Cook Island, Shanghai, Pudong, Singapore, Changi, Sydney, Australia, Tokyo, Narita, and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Those were the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it. A couple of deals still have this model, but it's become very scarce now since Air New Zealand is not flying this aircraft no more. I would highly recommend get, especially if you're a fan of Air New Zealand or this aircraft model for that matter. Definitely snatch it up. Highly recommend it. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. And above all, everyone, please stay safe out here. Peace.